Hello, welcome back to 310 Stitcher. I'm Jade, I'm the 310 Stitcher, called so because I love stitching with black. Welcome to my little corner of the cross stitch world. I was sitting here and stitching on my sunset in Venice, and I was thinking about when I might have time to do a WIP parade. And I realized that my house is going to be full of people for several days over the holidays, so I don't have a whole lot of time when I can film. So I decided to put my stitching away temporarily and just do this impromptu. I don't have anything prepared, so I'm sorry if it's not going to be super smooth. Might be a little bit choppy. I'll try to cut out times that are just kind of dead air as I look for things. I'm going to be looking up at my board where I have each of my projects listed and the percentages where we're at now, and I'm going to be looking over to the side here where I have my iPad where I have my 2024 goals. So this is going to be a bit of a mishmash of a video. It's going to be an update. My last video was 2.5 weeks ago, so I will show you what I've worked on in the past couple of weeks as we get to those projects, and I will share with you what my goals are for 2024. What I've done is I've put together a spreadsheet that has so I did this back on November 7th, and so on November 7th I listed out all of my projects, the stitch count, the total stitch count, and the stitch count of work completed. So I got the percentage complete to date, and then I figured out where I wanted each project to be by the end of December 2024. So I put a percentage next to that, figured out how many stitches that is, and then I just have formulas for number of weeks remaining between then and the end of 2024, and that gave me my stitch count per week that I needed to aim for. Every week I drop the number of weeks by one, obviously, so that the formulas are constantly updating. So if I do more stitches, which I typically end up doing just because I like to finish my threads, I'm trying not to leave any hanging threads on my projects, so I'll have more than what the minimum was. And then in other projects I won't touch at all, so those stitch counts will actually go up for the next time the spreadsheet gets updated. So that's fine. If anybody has any questions about that or wants me to share the spreadsheet, let me know. I'm happy to do that. Leave me a comment below or send me an email. My email is in the description box below. But there we are. So strap in. This is probably going to be a long one. Hopefully it's not a feature-length film. Hopefully it's not a feature-length film. I'll try to cut out some of the dead space. I am going to be reaching around me because I have things in various baskets around me. And Minnie, actually, do I have Minnie or Mickey on right now? I think that's Mickey. Says hello, and I'm sorry I keep getting distracted by the by the ears. All right, let's go. I'm going to take a quick sip here. All right, so the first project I'm going to show you is, let's start with this one. So the first project I'm going to show you is Moto Santa. I'm going to put a picture of what it will look like here. This is a project that I charted myself, and I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, let me just show you. So here's where I've gotten to. I am at 0.7%, so I'm at 1,700 stitches in there so far. A lot of different colors, of very light colors, so it's been a bit slow just because on the white Some of it looks really like it contrasts quite well, but in real life it doesn't contrast that much. So far I'm just in the sky. So that's, what should I say, 0.7%. So that's where we are right now. My goal for this project for the end of December next year is 5%. Hopefully more, but I had to be realistic. The spreadsheet took a few iterations because, you know, the first time I went and put the percentages down, I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll get this to 50%. I'll get this to 25%. I'll get this to 75%. But then, which is fine if that's all I was working on, but when I added up all of the stitches per week that I would have to do in order to meet all of those goals, it was completely unrealistic. So trying to be realistic. All right. The next project I want to show you is Goddess of Earth. So I'll put a picture in here of what it will look like. This is another one that I charted myself. Artwork is by Amanda Church. And this is where we are right now. And I am color completing the dark brown. So far on this one, we're at 0.9%. So just under 1% of the whole project. I've got 3,800 stitches in there of the 400 and almost 6,000. So my goal, so what did I say I was at? 0.9%. And my goal on this is to get to 2.5%. By the next year, should be doable. All right, one of my focus pieces. So some of these, I don't know if I said this, I can't remember if I said this already, but I have, I don't know, 40 odd WIPs, but only about 6 or 7 of them are going to be focuses. So those are the ones that have the higher stitch goals. The rest have much lower stitch goals or have been UFO'd temporarily. I think I'm bringing about 23 WIPs or so, 22 WIPs forward into 2024. The rest of them will just go into temporary hibernation as I focus on some of the big stuff. This is Sunset in Venice. Oh, I'll show you a picture of what it looks like here. And this is what it looks like now. It's looking so good. So I have put work into this, as I said, today and over the past couple of weeks. And I've been working over on the right-hand side. Okay, one sec here. Let's see if I can wrangle this. Okay, so this page here has been complete for a little while, and I've been working on the next page, which goes from about here to here. And I've been filling in a lot of these. So the last time you saw it, these 2 archways weren't, or windows weren't, you could barely see them, I think. And then a lot of the wall and this fill in is what I've done so far. I had to move this Q-snap anyway so that I can better reach these ones and get these complete, but I wanted to, before I got to those, I wanted to finish all this section, and then I'll come to those. So that is Sunset in Venice, and that one I still have on Markup RXP up. So I'm at 18.9%, which is pretty awesome. So that's 57,000 stitches out of 301,600. And my goal for this one is to get it to 33%. I would have loved to have done more, like 50%, but I don't think it's going to happen. I haven't been telling you where the projects are from or what I'm doing them on. So Sunset in Venice is a Heaven and Earth design. It is by Dominic Davidson, the artwork, and I'm doing that 1/1 full cross on 25 count. Earth Goddess I'm doing on 25 count as well. yeah, 25 count as well. And I'm doing that on, I'm doing that 2/1 half cross. And Moto Santa I'm doing on a 27 count Ada, 2/1 half cross. I like the look of 1/1 full cross better, but I don't have enough time left in front of me. I don't know if I have enough time left in front of me to get all of these done anyways, but anyway. All right, so that is that. The next project I want to show you. Let's see here. Okay, so this project is by Pain-Free Crafts. It is fortune teller. Actually, I have a picture right here, so I'll show you that. My ink was running out, so it's not a great picture. This is by Lou Lebel, or Luciana Lebel, from Pain-Free Crafts, fortune teller. And this is a project that I was doing on paper. So I did the first 3 pages on paper, and it was part of my therapy for my eyes. So that was useful, but now that I have completed 3 full pages, oh, it's looking so good. This is her headband and the starter and her hair up there. It's looking so good. So now that I've done 3 full pages, I'm going to, or I have put this in Markup RXP, so the next time I work on it, and going forward, I will be working on it with the tablet, because it'll be much easier for me. The hunting and pecking was fine, but I always missed some symbols, and then they become ninja stitches, and then it was just a bit of a pain. So where am I now? Fortune teller. So I'm not 100% sure of the percentage. Yeah, I'm not sure. The it's not that big. It's only 109,500. So I think I'm somewhere around 10%. I could be wrong. My goal for next year is to get to 15%. If I can get more, that would be great. But 15% is what I'm aiming for now. So that means I need to get 134 stitches a week. It's pretty doable. It's pretty doable. Okay, next. All right, what's this one? Okay, my next project is Heaven and Earth Design. It is called Foxglove Ball. Artwork is by Amy Stewart. I'm going to put a picture in here. And this is a fairly new start as well. It started a few weeks ago, and this is where we're at. I'm not going to take the projects out of the Q-snaps if you can see everything I've worked on. So that's Foxglove Ball. I'm at 1/4%. So there's only about 1,200 stitches in there. And my goal is to get it to 2.5%. So that's about 212 stitches a week. So far, I've done more than not. So I've missed 2 weeks and done 4 weeks, and this is the 5th week. I think I should be able to get to it this week, given that it is only, today's Wednesday, and I only have one more of the focus projects, although that is 3,000 stitches. So anyway, maybe, hopefully, I should be able to. We'll see. All right, next. Next project is a new start that I started only a couple weeks ago again, and it is Gamer Nouveau by Medusa Dollmaker. I bought this off her Etsy site because she's apparently not on Gecko Rouge anymore. I'll put a picture in here. And this is where I'm at so far. So that's only about 500 stitches in there right now. I'm at 0.26%. My goal is to get it to 2.5% by the end of next year, and that's only 78 stitches a week. So again, another one that's doable if I have some time. All right, next. Next is a project by so it's a Heaven and Earth design. Artwork is by Sheena Pike, and this is Daydream Lions. I'll put a picture in here. Excuse me. Okay. Hopefully you saw a picture. This is where we are so far. So the nice thing is that we got into some stuff right away. So I'm still stuck in this ear. It is confetti. Oh, it is confetti, confetti, confetti. So much confetti in that ear. So it is slow going. I haven't picked this up for about 3 weeks. So I'm quite far behind on my stitch goals. But anyway, so where am I at right now with that one? I'm at 1.4% so far. It's about 5,200 stitches. And my goal is to get it to 5% by the end of next year. That's 240 stitches per week. And I'm behind probably about 1,000 stitches. So I gotta get my butt in gear for that one. All right, next. Okay, next one is artwork by Botoni. The pattern was charted by Visa on Facebook. It's free, and this is called Deanna and Cupid. I will put a picture in here. And this is where we're at so far. So this was one complete page. I'm about 3/4 of the way or 2/3 of the way through the next page. And it's really working well for me now. Just so what I'm doing, what I found works the best for me. I've tried almost all the methods, it seems, and filling in all the blanks, like not leaving any spaces. Working from the top down works the best for me, so that's what I'm doing. So this is so far, actually I have updated up there. Where'd you go? I'm at 2.1%, so that's 13,086 stitches at 2.1%. My goal is to get this to 7.5% by the end of next year. And that is 615 stitches a week. So this is one of my, this and Sunset of Venice so far are one of my focus pieces. So that's why it has more stitches than not. And I've made this every week so far except for one. So not doing too badly on that one. Okay, next. Next is a mini finish. So I've been working on Flowers of the Month. So this was a pattern. I'll put a picture up here of what the whole thing will look like, more or less. There were 10 individual patterns. I can't think of who. It'll say on the picture. I can't think of who the artist was. Anyway, I'm doing one flower of the month per month. That's my goal. And this is December's. So it is this sweet pea. There we go. Looks beautiful. That's about 3,000 stitches. The only change I'm making from the pattern is I'm adding the names of the flowers, and I'm using the common names, not the scientific names. So that's the one I just finished, and just to show you so far, that's all of them so far. She looks, I think it looks great. So I'm going to do 3 rows of 4. This is being done on 25 count linen. White chocolate by Permin. That's the linen. All right. Now, yeah, so my goal by the end of next year is to finish the entire thing. So I should be finished. If I keep up with the 1 flower a month, I should be finished by the end of September or October. So hopefully. All right, the last one in this basket is a fairly recent new start as well. I think it started in October maybe. This is Honeymoon Sunset by the Cross Stitch Studio. I'll put a picture in here. I always forget who the artist is. I think it is Abraham Hunter, but don't quote me on that one. It's definitely by the Cross Stitch Studio. This is being done on 28 count even weave. And so far, it's looking so good. So good. The detail there is just amazing. So what I did on this page, I color completed all the black, all the 310. Hello, 310 stitcher. And now I started from the top and working my way down with each color. Oh, this looks amazing. So this is another one of my focuses for 2024. I am at, last time I updated my thing, I was at 2%. Okay, my goal is to get it to 7.5% by the end of next year. That is 647 stitches a week. Okay, so that is it for this basket. Give me 1 second to rejig here so I don't end up with a big mess. Okay. All right. My next project is definitely one of my focus pieces. This is my anniversary piece, which I want to finish by our 25th anniversary in the summer of 2025, and should be doable if I can keep it up. I'm going to take this out of the nerge so you get the so home sweet home. Do I have it up there? I just worked on this yesterday, so I just got to 24.0%, and That's 80,395 stitches out of 335,533. I'll put a picture in here of what it will look like. Okay, this is also by the Cross Stitch Studio. Don't know who the artwork is by, but forgive all the hanging threads. I haven't worked them in yet. If you've watched my video before, you might have seen me work on this in the Royal Rose method for a while, and now I'm coming back. So I worked this way over, this way over. I did some of this, and then I'm continuing to, I came back. Ugh, this is all backwards. I came back to that side, and I'm working back this way. This looks amazing. Look at that hat. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so here, oh my God. All right, top of her head, top of his head. So I left those. Well, one, because when I was I started working on it and it was like full of confetti, and I just, at the time, I had a migraine, so there was no way I was going to work on that. So I decided I was going to keep going on the wood wall background. And so in the past couple of weeks, what I've done is fill in all this black. Most of this is 310. And I've come here. So yesterday I worked on the hat. So last time you saw it, about half of the hat was done. I think it was about here. So I really filled in this whole section. Still a little bit. Oh no, actually I did finish yesterday. I was on this roll yesterday, and I just had so many ninja stitches left in here. This hat is no joke with the confetti. There must be like, it feels like 300 colors in there. Obviously it's not, but there's a lot. There's a lot. And I was just on this kick. I wanted to finish this page. So this page is not finished, so I can move on to the next page. Oh, it's looking so good. This is being done on 25 count Lugana. I had originally bought this fabric to do, I was thinking I might do Dragons of the Sabbat on this, but I didn't know what I was doing when I was ordering fabric, and it wasn't big enough. So I decided to use it for this. Couple of reasons. One is I didn't want a ton of white showing through, but also really because I needed fabric. This was the right size and I had it. So I don't like wasting stuff. Not that I really needed to worry about that, because I've cast on a million things since then. But all right, so where do I want to be? So I want to have that. Okay, so this is where I had to reevaluate. What I wanted to do was to have it be 2/3 done, so 67% by the end of next year. But that was going to be well over, I think it was going to be around 2,300 stitches a week, which, given how much confetti there is in this project, it just, and the fact that I've now gone back to work, it didn't seem like a reasonable thing. So I had to reevaluate. I set it to 50%, which means that I would have, so anyway, so 50% is 1,677 stitches per week, which is doable. They're half stitches. It is doable. But that does mean that that would leave me 50% to do in 6 months. So this is going to be one of my focuses. I'm going to always try to get between the 1600 and 2000 stitches each time I work on it. Like yesterday I got 2000 stitches on it, so it is doable. It was a long day of stitching, which I can't do very often, but still. And try to get at least over 50%. That is my goal, but minimum 50% so that I can, I don't know, it might have to be my one main project for the beginning of 2025, because I do want to have it finished by July or by the end of June. And really, like, it's just, like I said, I want to have it done for my 25th wedding anniversary at the end of July. So, you know, if it's almost there, not quite there, it's not the end of the world. I can still gift it to my hubby. I keep working on it, but it would be nice to have it finished. Okay, next. Okay, yes, I said it was 25 count, and it's by Cross Stitch Studio. Okay, so my next project is the Colosseum, and it is by Cross Stitch Collectibles. I'll put a picture in here. And this is where we are now. Yeah, I finished 3 pages. I finished all 3 pages across. So the last time you saw it, I was still working in here, trying to fill in all the ninja stitches. That's all done. Some of this is filled in. But oh, it's looking so good. I'm doing this on 22 count even weave that I tea-dyed myself. Again, I didn't want this dark white to show through, and it was just, I thought it might be more interesting to stitch on something other than white. But oh, that's looking so great. So this right now is at 7%, and my goal is to get this to 25%. So that's 512 stitches a week. That is pretty easy. Like, this goes so quickly. Yes, there is a lot of confetti, but I just love working on it, and it seems like, you know, I can get that done in 3 hours, really. 2.5, 3 hours. So that's not too bad. One night of stitching, I can get this done. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, so this one is also a fairly new start. I think I also started this in October, November. I don't remember. Anyway, this is called Zeus's Wrath. I'll put a picture in here. And I am doing this on 27 count Ada. So I've just got an itty bitty start there. Let's see, where are we? I know why I can't locate the right ones. This is only 0.2%. Just put 700 stitches in there. All right, so my goal for this one, this is not one of my, oh, my 0.3. Oh, 0.31%. That's better. So about 1100 stitches are in there. My goal for this one is to get it to 2.5%. It's not one of my focuses, but definitely want to get some progress on this one. All right. I am showing you first all the projects that are active and coming into 2024 with me. All right, my next project is Magic Study, the rainbow version by Rose Kahn, also have an unearthed design, and I'll put a picture in here of what it looks like. or what it will look like, rather. This is being done on 25 count Ada. Magic Study. That's where it is so far. This hasn't budged since the last time you saw it. I haven't worked on it in about a month. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. I'm at 1.41%, or about 6,300 stitches. And my goal for this one is to get it to 4%. So have some progress on it, but not a ton. Definitely this getting rid of these will be the first things I do, but I'm actually, what I'm going to do with this is work on this page first, complete this page, and then work my way over. Just because otherwise I end up having this everywhere, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I do love it. I love the colors. Looks great. Just if, you know, there's just only so much time we have to work on things. All right, my next one is a project I love. And let me take this part of the Q-snap off so I can show you the whole thing. So this is the Grand Library. Also a Heaven and Earth design, also an Amy Stewart. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like here. And this is where we are. So this is at 2.5%. There's about 10,000 stitches in there, a little over. My goal for this is to get it to 7.5%. So that's 360 stitches a week. It should, I mean, it all depends on how much time I get to stitch. This is not one of my focuses for this coming year. I know, right? This is like, I adore this project, but I really want to focus on, the Home Sweet Home, Honeymoon Sunset, the Sabbat, Dragons of the Sabbat, my Flowers of the Month, my Tarot Sal. Like, there's a few things that I really want to get done. And then this will probably be a focus in 2025. But for now, it will still get some work. Okay. Next is another project by Heaven and Earth Design, another project by Amy Stewart. This is Birds, Butterflies, and Bloom's World Map. This is the supersized version. Can't remember if it's max colors or not. But anyways, it is supersized. It's being done on 25 count. No, sorry, 28 count. Even weave, easy grid, easy guide, whichever one it is by Zweigart. I will put a picture in here. And I'm at 1%, 1.02%. That's where I am so far. My goal for this is to get it to 3%. That's 250 stitches a week. So this is one that, you know, this is, of the ones that aren't my focus, like, I always start with the focus projects first. I get those stitches, those larger stitch counts done. And then I pick from the rest after that. The BBB map that I just showed you is not necessarily high on the list of the ones that I pick from first. So it's kind of iffy if I get to it or if I don't. I've gotten to it 3 out of the past 5 weeks, or 6 weeks. So it's kind of 50-50, which isn't bad. I mean, I don't know if that project is ever going to get done in my lifetime anyways, so I'm not, you know, I'm just enjoying stitching it. So, all right, next. Next is the Pompeian Lady. I will show you a picture actually right here. Artwork is by John Godward. It is a Habaneros design. It is a mini. And this I don't think has seen any love since the last time you saw it. So I had done the Royal Rose method, and now I'm working them in and filling in as I go through, but I haven't worked on this in at least a month. Not for any particular reason, just lots of projects. Lots of projects. Okay, the next project I'm going to show you is actually one that is originally was on the list to come with me in 2024 to be worked on, but I've since decided, in having to reevaluate my spreadsheet, I've since decided that I'm going to temporarily UFO this for 2024, and that is Tiger and Bamboo. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like here. It's not a huge project. It's 160,000 stitches total. I've got about 6,200 in there, so I've got about 1,800 in there, so I'm at 1.12%. Let me get all these out of the way. Again, haven't gotten to this in about 4 weeks. So this is going to go away for a while, for 2024. So these projects, I say they're going to go away. I mean, I'm not putting them in a suitcase and sending them away. I'm just going to keep them in the basket. And if I feel like at some point pulling something out just for having something different, I will. So it is always possible that I'll pull any of these UFOs out and work on them over the year, but my plans right now are not to work on it. Okay, I just realized I left my dragons. I will go get it. I had left a couple projects out that I needed to show you, and I'm just going to pull this off. So this is Dragons of the Sabbat. Put a picture in here of what it's going to look like. This is a pain-free crafts chart. It is artwork is by Anne Stokes, and I think at the end of this month, all of Anne Stokes' artwork is coming off of Pain-Free Crafts, and so this will soon be a retired chart if it's not already. So this is definitely one of my focuses. This actually has the highest stitch count out of any of my projects. Make sure I don't lose my needle. And so my goal, I'm showing it to you sideways, my goal for this year was to complete the top 2 quadrants, which I did. So I did, and I've started working on the 3rd quadrant. So before the end of this year, I will have another 6,000 stitches in there or so. My goal for this one for 2024 is to have all of the black complete. So that would be both of the other quadrants and all the black that's in the middle, in the middle of the circle, which I think there's about 25,000 stitches in there. on top of what's in the outside quadrants. I love this project. I love working on the black. It is so soothing, and I can do it when my head hurts and I just don't want to do anything else, but I also don't want to just stare at the wall. I can carry on a conversation, I can watch TV, I can do all of that stuff. So right now, this project, so Dragons and Sabat, so there's 200, there's a total of 251,562 black stitches in this project. So far I've done, well, okay, so the last time I updated this, and I think it's behind by a couple of weeks. So I'm at about 85,000 stitches right now, and about, I don't know what percentage that is, because the last time I updated this, it said, it was 2 weeks ago, and it was at 31.34%, but I've added 6,000 stitches since then. So my stitch goal for this for 2024 is 3,084 stitches. And so far I've gotten it every single week. I'm actually a little bit ahead. So that's awesome. And this one is the only one this week. So today is Wednesday. And for this week, this is the only one that I have remaining of the 6 or 7 focus projects. So this will be coming out. I'm just going to leave this actually back here in front there because that's coming out next. Okay. Actually, I still have about 200 stitches left in Sunset of Venice first, so that's okay. That one I'm doing on 23 count even weave, which I gridded myself. Yeah. Okay, next. I'm dropping stuff. Okay, next is my tarot cell. So this was a stitch along by Witch's Garden Crafts. I think 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And it is the, I'll put a picture in of what the whole thing will look like here. Okay, and my goal for this project from now until the end of 2024 is to do 2 cards per month. And so this is where we are right now. So far, so it's been 2 months, and well, November, because I started that November 11th, right? So I did 2 cards for November, and I've done 2 cards for December, so I'm caught up until January. And I'll show you the ones I finished. So not that one, these 4 right here. I still have to backstitch in the names on all the cards. And actually I still have to backstitch the Lovers card. So this is the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit. Love it. My backstitching of words leaves much to be desired. So I don't know, I might pull all those out and redo them. I was doing them with one thread first, but then it was hiding underneath the other stitches. So then I did 2, but it doesn't lay all that great. Anyways, so that's where I am. There we go. Caught up. This is being done on 25 count linen from somewhere. I don't really remember where. And it was cut all weird. Anyways, so that should be a finish in 2024. Because like I said, 2 cards per month is pretty doable. All right, next. All right, so now I'm gonna be pulling. No, I still have a couple. Hang on. The next is the Veil of Death. So I'm going to show you a picture here of what it looks like. And this project is by artwork is by Chris Ortega. The chart is by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is another one of my focus pieces for 2024. So I've been working on it pretty well. There's been, so since the last time you saw it, most of this black, some of this black has gone in, and I filled in a bunch of ninja stitches that were all up in here. So I've been filling in. Mostly black though. So there's still, I'm tempted because the black continues like here, it keeps getting wider and wider, but anyway, I think I'm gonna pause. I think I'm gonna fill in all the rest, and then I want to start coming out this way. So that one, put that down. Okay, Veil of Death. Let me look at my... So that one has 11,063 stitches in, and I'm at 2.8%. So 2.8%, and my goal is to get it to 10% by the end of 2024. So that means I have to do 524 stitches, which again is doable. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, I actually did 718. So because I couldn't put it down. Again, it was all black. And I've managed it so far out of 6 weeks. I've managed it for 4 weeks, and I've always done more than the minimum. So we should be close to hitting that target, hopefully. All right, next I'm going to show you projects that are mostly, these are going to be UFOs for 2024. But I'll show you where we are so far. Some of these I haven't touched in months. Okay. Okay, so this one, I really like this one. I don't know. This might come out. This might come out at some point. So this is a video game sampler. Do I have a picture? No. I'll put a picture in here of what it will look like. And warning, there are swear words on here. So this was a fundraiser. It still is if you make a donation and send her the picture. So I can't remember who the designer is right at this moment, but if I remember, I'll put it down below, or if you need it, let me know. But if you put in video game sampler in Google, that's how I found it. It came up pretty quick. So I started in the center because I wasn't 100% sure of my fabric. And since last time you saw it, I've completed the 2 pink lines and started the middle V's in there and started on Mother. This is being done on 18 count even weave that I had left over from something. I don't know. I'm this might come out at some point. It might come out at some point. All right, next. Okay, so this one. Oh, I got this one. This one's not a UFO. Or is it? No, this one's not a UFO either. This is being worked on. So this is Fairy Tale Cottage. I'll put a picture of what it looks like in here. This is a Heaven and Earth design, and I am blanking as to the name of the artist. But anyways, it's Heaven and Earth design, and I'm still in confetti heck, all in here. It's looking good. Finally though, since last time you saw it, it was mostly like very light blues, which is very hard to see, and now I've finally gotten into some other colors. If I didn't put a picture in, I'll put one in here. But anyway, so this is at 0.3%, so there's only about 2,150 stitches in this. And my goal for 2024 is to get that to 2%. So that's 219 stitches. Okay, look at the size of this bag. This is one of Kaylee 10 Stitches bags. I love her bags, let me tell you. It's a little. Look at that fabric. Look at those birds. I adore this. Kaylee, you do amazing work. Like, what is this? Piping? It's like a, it feels so nice. It's like a velvety. Anyways, look at the size. Like, that has all the floss, like a big floss monster in there. And there's still tons of room. Love it. I need more of these bags. Okay, so next. Okay. Also not a, so I had my bags, my boxes mixed up a bit. Okay. Also a new start. I think I started this a few weeks ago. It is called The Bitter Half. It is another Heaven and Earth design. I'm trying to think of who the artist is. I don't remember. But I'll put a picture in here. And this is being done on a 26 count Ada. So far, I just have an itty bitty start on it. It was just the one time. And my goal on this is to get to 2.5%. So that's 121 stitches per week. I've only done that 3 out of 6 weeks. So it might come out this week. Yeah, I'm only at 0.16% so far. That's 454 stitches. And 289,000. Okay. This is good for me also because it's helping me to see what I have. Okay, so this project is one, it's not very big, but it is one that I originally had coming into 2024 with me, and I've decided that it will not because I have too many other things that I really want to get done. And this is called Arab Blue Eyes. I'll put a picture in here. And this is where we're at so far. So there's 2,129 stitches in this, so it's 15%. Like there's only 13,857 stitches in the whole thing, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it forward. But you know, I really want to get I really want to get a lot of progress on some of my bigger projects. So if I put all my focus into the smaller projects, I'll never get the bigger ones done. So I've decided that this one is gonna be put on hold for 2024. Again, it's always possible that I can pull it out. That's being done on 22 count on the weave. All right. Oh, this one. So, I'm sorry for the crinkles. Theoretically, this is coming in. This is coming into 2024. But I'll tell you now that in the past 6 weeks, I haven't touched it at all. It's not to say I won't. I will. Maybe over the holidays when I'm not working and I have some time, hopefully without a migraine. But this is Royal Games. I can't remember if it's Royal Games 1 or Royal Games 2. I haven't touched this since the last time you saw it. But there we are. So the Queen of Clubs is finished. The Queen of Diamonds has begun with the Kranich. It's not difficult. So this is being done on 28 count linen by, one second, by Perman. And the color white, but it's not really white. It's not really white. It's more of a off-white, very light cream. Anyway, it will come out. I just need to have peace and quiet and room around me. I don't know why. It just, this one seems to take a lot more brain power than some others. All right. So that one will come in with me, and the goal for 2024 is to finish it. So hopefully I'll have 3 finishes. Okay, next one is also coming in with me to 2024. And that is Maxine by Heaven and Earth Design, designed by Hannah Lynn. I'll put a picture in here of what it looks like. And this is what it looks like right now. So I worked on this last night for the first time in a month. I hadn't touched it. And I'm about 4.3%. There's about 5,500 stitches in there. Minus yesterday, so say there's almost 6,000 stitches in there. So 4.5% maybe. My goal is to get this to 10%. So this is another one that has a lot of block stitching. So it's also very nice for when I need block stitching and maybe my eyes can't do the black. That's one that I pull out and go to because it's nice. It's all beautiful colors that I absolutely love. I love the picture. And I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Let's put it that way. Okay. I'm going to grab another basket because my next basket is empty. One sec. Okay, so this one is also one that I had been going to bring this in with me. to 2024. And I've decided not to, again, when I really evaluated what I wanted to get accomplished, and how much I could likely get accomplished. And this just wasn't one of the high priority ones. So this is Tender Temptations, and it's a beautiful, beautiful project by Tilton Crafts. I'll put a picture in here. It's being done on DMC Monaco, 28 count even weave, just by Charles Craft there. So far, all I have is the white part of a white border at the top. Not gonna lie, the fact that it's white on white didn't help, or rather helped the decision to put it off to the side for now. Because if it was a different color, it'd probably be different, because I like bulk stitching at times. Anyway, so that one right now is at, so there's only 1100 stitches in there, so I'm at 0.86%. Okay, next. I'm going to apologize. I did not open the zippers beforehand, so I apologize if anybody's wearing headphones or earbuds. Okay, so this is one of my Harry Potter shields. I'm gonna do, the plan is to do all four. I started with Slytherin because when I started on the in the one of the games I was in, I was sorted into Slytherin. So I decided to start there. And it's not all that huge, but again, tons of confetti, and at the time my brain just can't handle it very much. The pattern is a free pattern. It's just on, like, it was just on a blog, so it's freely available, all four of them. The problem is that it's not a very high quality photo. They're photos, not even a PDF. So they're not super high quality photos, so it can be a little bit difficult to see the symbols, and that was part of the reason I put it down and didn't pick it back up, but I will at some point, not this year. Okay. So we're coming up to a bunch of kits here. Okay. So I don't know if I have pictures for all of these. I'll see. Needles sticking out of these. I didn't do very much on this one. So this one is called Roma. You can't really see the picture there, can you? If I can find a better picture, I'll put it in. This is Rome. I know you can't see a ton, but I've filled in the A. I started filling in some of this stuff up here. Some of this, all this stuff. I haven't worked on these in, I haven't worked on any of these actually that I'm about to show you in months. Only reason is because I don't prefer to work on printed charts. They were awesome because of my eye and head situation. And when I needed something to do while we were just watching TV or sitting around. But my Dragons of the Sabbat has taken that spot. So hence I haven't had the need to pick these up. All right, next one is also a kit. Yes, it's probably also ripped off. But when I bought these kits from China, I had no idea, and I bought a lot of them. So because I spent my money on them, I'm going to do them. Just not right now. So this one's called Woman Wolves Moon. It's a really bad picture there, but it's basically a woman with two wolves and the giant moon in behind her. Like I said, if I can find a picture, I will show. This one is being done with silks. Maybe I'll show you the back. But that's where that stands. Again, I haven't touched it. I'm sorry about that. Okay, next one. This one is called, I call it Peaceful Cottage, but I think it's called something else. Oh, I can't see the picture at all on this one, unfortunately. It's a beautiful picture. I've not been able to find the original of it, but I haven't done very much. I'll show you the backs. That's all I've done so far. I probably haven't touched this in a year or more. This one is also being done with silks, which are very nice. Found a good way to work with them, which is good. So at some point I'll get back to these, but probably not until all the black is done on Dragons and Sabat. All right. This one just has a little start on it. This is a lion. There he is there. There we go. And actually, that's all I've done. Next. Okay, this one I'm actually quite disappointed in. So out of all of them, I think I put the most work in this one. Because I really loved this one when I saw it on, I bought this on Amazon. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was a licensed chart, but anyway. The picture looked beautiful, which is why I bought it. And I put in a ton of work. So I don't know if you can see the picture. Not really much. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe if I can find the picture. So I put in a ton of work into her, as you can see. The back. And what I should have done was done her face first. You know, it doesn't actually even look that bad from there. But close up, it looks terrible. Close up, it just looks like a big blob. You can kind of see the features there. But anyway, so I'm a bit peeved. This one is, I don't know if I can get back to it. For now, it'll just stay in the naughty corner. Okay. This is Yoda. So this is a dimensions kit. I don't have the picture. I brought this out for a challenge this year and started it, but that's all I've got so far. So nothing really to look at there. And he is definitely not coming out this year. Okay, another dimensions kit. Ooh, what happened here? That was weird. This is Indian peacock. It's beautiful peacock. This, I think, was the first dimensions kit I ever bought. I had no idea what I was doing. Or I just read the instructions in the back and went to town. And I ripped out, and I ripped out, and I ripped out. I started in the middle. So it came with this sort of cream colored Ada. I think it looks like a 16 count. Oh no, 14 count natural Ada. I started in the middle as they recommended. I didn't count very well. I didn't know what I was doing. So then I gridded it with fishing wire, very thin fishing wire. And then it went away again because I kept making mistakes and I would have had to frog a lot and I couldn't deal. And then when I came back, I just started up in the top right corner. But then I started my Hades and I never got back to this. So this is definitely one that will get worked on. Not till probably 2025. Sorry for the crinkling. It's just paper's not going in there very well. Okay. Have to fix that later. Okay, another dimensions. This one is a gold collection. And that is Fall Fairy. This was the second dimensions kit I bought. Love it. Also started this one. So this comes on a dove gray. It's kind of a blue gray Ada. I don't know if it's 14 count or 16 count. I don't know. Doesn't say. Got quite a bit of work done on this one. There we are. There was so much confetti in this tree. Oh my goodness. Again, definitely want to do it. I have the other 3 seasons, which I will not start until this one is done. And this one's not going to get done till maybe 2025. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. This one is... I don't know where I got this one from. It might have been a gift. There's 2 that I had gifts. This is a lioness. Beautiful. Beautiful. And don't think I got far on these either. No, that's all I did. Oh gosh. So the problem with this one, it's a color chart. This is just my working copy of it. And it's hard to mark things off on a color chart. So I have to try to bring, when I'm ready to work on it again, I'll have to try to bring it into Markup RXP and yeah, scan it in and then work on it electronically. I think that will help a lot. Okay, this was a gift. Don't yell at me. Don't come at me, please. This was a gift. The person had no idea. Same with the other one. I think we got these at the same time. I know it's a ripoff. I know it's a ripoff by Amy Stewart. Russian kit. Person didn't know any better. And it just meant that I bought something else by Amy Stewart. I've got a lot of her stuff. And really that's how I'm trying to deal with things, is if I find out that I end up having something that's been ripped off, I just go find the artist and purchase their stuff. So that's what I have done here too. So that's all I've done so far. It's just the first row. I don't know if I'll even continue with this, to be honest with you. Just because I know that the original is on Heaven and Earth and it's going to be so much better than this. So I don't know that I really want to spend time working on this. I might give this to my daughter to practice. That's probably what I'll do. Okay, that's another basket done. Okay, so this is Charting Creations. Pretty sure. This is Spirit of the Phoenix by Charting Creations. I'll put a picture in here. And what did I start with but the 310 black. This is being done on 23 count even weave, which I gridded, and obviously I made mistakes while gridding. That's why there's two different colors. So this one, after hemming and hawing, I decided to put aside for 2024. I really hemmed and hawed because it does have so much black, and I love it, but I do have Dragons of the Sabbat, which I'm going to focus on, and there's a lot of black in there. So I figure that this could be my next one. If I finish all the black next year, which is my goal for Dragons of the Sabbat, then this one could be my 310 finish for 2025. So that's my goal for that one. Temporary timeout. Okay, this one. This one has been in timeout for a while. This is The Italian Lady by Shannon Christine Designs. She's beautiful. She's got a lot of beads. And she was very difficult to stitch for me. Very difficult. I'd never done a fancy lady. This was my first fancy lady. And I decided I wanted to try her. So, and I thought, oh, she might be easier than starting with the Mirabilia. So let me start with her. And what I did was start with her head. and I made so many freaking mistakes. And I did the, so I ended up doing the beading on that part because leaving the spots open for the beads was killing my brain. I couldn't figure, like I couldn't count properly. It wasn't working. So she's in timeout. Then I decided to start in Mirabilia. So that was the Royal Games 2 that I showed you. I think it's 2. And she was quite easy. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to try her again, but just not this year. Maybe I'll pick her up again after Royal Games 2 is done. Okay. The next thing I have is called The Primitive Tarot Notions and Needlebook. It is by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. I think it's free pattern on their website, and that's what it looks like. And this is being done on 40 count linen in light blue. And that's all I've done so far. It's just the one. So I have to start the second one. But first time, like, oh my God, they're teeny tiny stitches. Because I'm doing it 1/1 on 40 count. I did not know that when you're working with counts that high that you generally stitch over 2. No idea. How do we find these things out? We don't. Until somebody tells us. Anyways, which is fine. I didn't want a gigantic needle book anyways. These are the threads. So I'm using their 40 count. Oh, you're not going to be able to see. It's so fine. They're against my hat. No. Anyways, it's very, very fine. So I'm doubling them. So I think I'd bought, so no, they're not sulky. I bought embroidery thread, so it's embroidery thread, it's polyester, but I didn't realize that it was for machines, so it's for machine embroidery. It was fine, so it's thinner. This is fine. I just double it. It works fine. It'll work fine for that. Okay. Next. I do want to get back to that at some point. So we have another kit. Done quite a bit on this one too. This is called Sea Turtles. Not gonna be able to see. I'll see if I can find a picture. You're not gonna be able to see much from here just because of all the colors, so I'll show you the back. So I've done quite a bit on this one too. But again, not in the past several months. Okay. Next. Okay. So this I don't have a full picture of what it looks like, but this is just the frame. So it's called the Steady Thread. It's the Steady Thread Sal. And then so every month they release 2, I think. I think it's two of the beehives. And I'm so far behind, you can't even. I'm doing this on 32 count linen from Stitch It Central. It's Job Linen Antique White. I won't unroll the whole thing just to save some time. That's all I have so far. And I know I made counting errors already in the leaves, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I love these colors though. I'm doing this one in Sulky. So a solid blue, solid purple, and a variegated green. So I will definitely get back to that at some point. Okay, so I always tell my kids, you can't say you don't like something unless you've tried it, right? I'm always saying samplers. I can't see myself working on a sampler. And so I thought I would try it because, you know, there's a bit of FOMO happening. I see all these people working on samplers and how much they enjoy them. And so I purchased this. It's just called Flower Sampler. My ink obviously ran out, so I'm sorry about that. I'm doing this in Sulky as well, in a variegated blue. Again, haven't touched this in ages. Didn't do too bad though. I did all the borders. And I started on the flowers. The little hearts. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy to do this. Once I got the hang of it, just because it's a repeat, so it was easy to keep going. But again, this just isn't, what am I doing this on? This looks like a 22 count. I think this is, yeah, I think this is 22 or 23 count. Same as my dragons. I will come back to it at some point. All right. Now, this was a stitch along in, I think 2022. I only have I don't have the whole thing printed. Just a chart. I just have so it's again, it is a sampler. I did not know that because it was a mystery sale. Called The Chronicles of Narnia from Stitching Book Club. And I decided when I started, and then I decided to wait to see how the rest of it was gonna look. So I'd only done that. And then I decided to wait until the whole cell was finished to see what it would look like, to see if it was something that I would want to do. And I do like it. I do like the final product. So at some point I'll get back to it, but not in a rush. Not in a rush. This is another Dimensions kit called The Finery of Nature, and I don't have the picture, I'm sorry. I'll see if I can put a picture in here. So I'm doing it on white even weave rather than black. It's a 22 count. And I've been color completing. Not gonna lie, I don't like this. Again, it's a sampler thing. Oh, the counting, and if you miscount one thing, it's such like it throws everything off. You don't have that issue with full coverage. Anyways, again, near the bottom of the pile of things that I want to work on. Okay, and this is a permanent UFO. To the picture. No. Sorry, I don't have a picture of this one. This is the Magic Potion Sal by, I think it's Teeny Meeny X Stitch. I could be wrong about that, I'm sorry. And that's all I've got. Yeah, I've decided this is just not for me. All the switching colors and changing things up, I constantly just doing a few stitches here, a few stitches there. That's just not for me. So that one is, that one's gonna go away. So you will not see that again. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it, unless I've forgotten something. I think that's all of them. How long are we at? Oh gosh, we're at an hour and a half. I think that is all. That's all the projects that I have. So I don't know how many that was. I'll have to count. But there are projects that I would like to start at some point. Like I do have a list of projects that I want to start at some point. So in terms of plans, as I said, I have my Dragons of Sabbat. I want to do all the black. And then I have stitch count goals or percentage goals for most of my other WIPs. So I've got about, what? 32. Okay, so that's 29, 30, 28. 28 projects. Maybe 27, no, 27? I do have one more. I forgot. I'm doing this on a sample 16 count linen fabric. I'll see if I can put a picture in here. This is the Roy Kent. So you'll have three interlocked symbols. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's every effing where. So I just started that last week, but I haven't put that much stuff into it. So that was one more. So anyway, so 28, I guess, or 27. Did I even show you scaredy cats? I didn't show you scaredy cats. Where did that go? Oh, please. It was underneath another one. Like, I knew there was something missing, but I couldn't put my finger on what. My apologies. There is one more. And that is Scaredy Cats. It also is a Heaven and Earth design. And this hasn't changed from the last time you saw it. Before the end of this year, I would like to get this page completed. Like, we're pretty much at the bottom there. So that should be doable if I can pull it out maybe later today or tomorrow. I'll put a picture in here. I'm sorry, I can't remember who the artist is. Sorry about that. That was stuck behind another, in the folds with another project. So anyway, all that to say, 28 projects moving forward. 28 WIPs moving forward. And that is quite a lot. I think it's 20, 27, 28, anyways, whatever. It's quite a lot. I think it's a good number of projects to be moving forward with. I'd love to make a whole bunch more progress out of that. 2024, I should have at least 3 finishes, right? 3 finishes. I think so. I'll have the Flowers of the Month. Flowers of the Month, the Tarot Sal, Roy Kent, I think that's it. I thought there was one more. Oh, and the Royal Games too. So that's 4 projects I'll have finished. So it's pretty good, I think. And I'll have a whole bunch more progress on the other projects, which is amazing. There are a couple of other projects that I want to start. I don't know when they'll start. So my plan was, I'm not doing 12 and 12. I don't have time for that. And frankly, I don't need another 12 projects. I could easily come up with 12 projects, but I really do want to get some work done on these projects that I've just shown you. But originally my plan was for New Year's Day to start Mountain Cabin from Hade, artwork by Dominic Davidson. And now I'm not sure I will. I'm not sure that I will. I think I might wait maybe until my birthday next summer to get that started. And there was one other project which was called Letters from Hogwarts, and it was a Stitch Your Own Adventure by Stuart Cunningham. So it was a Stitch Your Own Adventure Sal from last year. The pattern has now been retired, but I had, before he did that, I've had it downloaded for 6 or 8 months or something. And I do want to do that. But again, I don't think it's something I'm going to start anytime soon. It is on my board here. So I don't forget it. I won't forget it. I have the fabric and everything. And there's one project that okay. Instead of Mountain Cabin, this is why Mountain Cabin's getting booted. Because Heaven and Earth Designs came out with a stitch along. So I thought I had all my plans set, and then they came out with stitch along. So they've got 10 charts that you could pick from. They're not giant charts. I think they're around 50 or 60,000 stitches, so not gigantic, not tiny either. And I decided I wanted to join in. I had FOMO, and I decided I wanted to join in. So I picked the giant mushroom. I'll put a picture in here. Again, it looks like there might be some bulk stitching, so I'm hoping for that, because that's always easy stitching to fit in whenever. And if you get, so the incentive is that if you get 4 pages completed by the end of next year, you get all 10. So you get the other 9 patterns. And if you finish it next year, you get 2 more charts, any charts that you want, off of their website. And again, I need another chart, like I need a hole in the head, but it is incentive. It's fun. So I've done that, and I've joined the Facebook group that they've got. That starts in January sometime. They email you, I think, 3 pages every 3 months. So I guess my goal will be to get 1 page finished per month. 8 pages are pretty big, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work yet. I'm not motivated, to be honest with you, by getting, the extra charts, whatever. Again, they're not charts that I would absolutely jump at. If you put 5 charts in front of me, those probably wouldn't be on it. But just the camaraderie and the, like, just the sense of community that's been created is pretty awesome. And yeah, it's always nice to take part in something like that. I've got a couple of games that I'm playing in next year too. So I'm doing, I joined WIP Warriors for the first time. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm doing the SWIWI, Stitch What You Want When You Want course for this first, or stream, whatever you want to call it, for the first, this first year, because I didn't want to commit to no starts. So yeah, so I'll be doing that. It's a maximum, or it's a minimum of 1,500 stitches a month, which for me is no problem. So that should be okay. I won't be taking part in a ton of other games. But I've got that one, and I've got the Myth and Magic Wars that I've joined in. Our team last time got decimated in the first week. But we're joining again. It starts in January. We're starting again. I'll be Team Zombies, and see how that goes. It's just fun to take part in communities, right, with other people who are doing the same thing. So we're all stitching on our own things, but it's still fun. And what else? I have gone back to work. I've been back to work for, this is the 3rd week, I think. So that's going well. I'm enjoying that. I'm still on a graduated return, so I'm not back full-time just yet, but enjoying that. I've been really exhausted when I get home, so I haven't done as much stitching in the past few weeks as I have before. 1 week at a time, but also just because I've gotten home and I've been absolutely exhausted. But it's fine. I'm hoping that my brain and my energy comes back a little bit more, hopefully after the holidays. And yeah, and that's it. So that is my WIP parade. Hopefully, if I thought of it, I would have put pictures in of the WIPs that you saw at my last WIP parade, which was back in May, which was my first YouTube video. So you will have seen significant progress on some, not so much on others. But thank you so much to everyone who has been here with me, you know, either since I started in May or any time after that. I appreciate you, and I feel so fortunate that to take part in a community like this, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. If you have holidays to celebrate, if you don't celebrate any particular holidays, I still hope you have a wonderful December and a happy New Year. I hope you have some relaxing, fun times, happy times with your families, and that you stay safe. And I'll be back in January with an update. There may be some more tweaks with my spreadsheet, but if there is, I will let you know what they are at that time. This hat is getting really hot, so I'm gonna go take it off and finish my stitching on Sunset in Venice so I can get to dragons. I hope you're all enjoying your time and enjoying Flosstubes. I know I've been watching a ton. I haven't been commenting a lot because I've been watching on the TV, so I apologize, but just know that if you are doing one, chances are I have watched you and enjoyed your video. And if you're still here, thank you so much. If you would like to, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. It would be awesome. So thank you and have a happy holiday. We'll see you soon.